Hey, what's up, masters? Welcome to another episode of Path to Mastery podcast. Today we're with a good friend of mine, man. I consider him a friend and also one of my students. I mean, he's been with me probably the longest out of the majority of the people. There's still a few, Jennifer, and there's a few others, but and this guy's just come so far, man. He's come so far with his conversations, the way he approaches his business, his skill level, and just Armando, man, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it's Armando Espinosa Jr., Texas realtor here in the Buffalo Biles city of Houston, Texas. I love my city. Such a great city. So yeah, I have came so far from the first season, when Clubhouse was on, and that's how we met. That was my first quarter of being a realtor. I started in March, got licensed in March of 2020, and coming from 15 17 years of healthcare professional and orthopedics, physical therapy, so just transitioning. But yeah, appreciate you having me on.
Of course, man. So I'm gonna bring us back first, and then I want to get us into some like dialogue, some live, role play, because this is what we came on here for. But what would you say? I know because I knew you in the beginning when you first jumped into real estate, and you're like, I'm gonna. Well, first off, what made you decide to go after like for sale by owners and expired sellers? Why did you decide to go that direction?
Well, I mean, I didn't know. I mean, you were on the app, and that's how we met. You explained it. Okay, they're ready to go. I needed now business, right? And I'm all about having a plan. So, and I did have a plan in my first year, and so, but yeah, they're looking for help. I'm in the help business, and I'm there to provide whatever service that they need. Of course, selling their property, and that's why I was able to pick that area, that niche.
So you went for motivated people, right? Is that
Right.
what you're
Yeah.
saying? Like the people that are motivated, thinking about selling?
Correct. Yeah. Who are ready to go, who had a plan, didn't sell, or are trying to sell, and are still on the for sale by for sale by owner market. Who are looking to make a move. We're ready to do now business. So.
So what I'm going to call this is real estate cold calling secrets, because I still remember like a little over 2 years ago, in the beginning, you were really struggling to make the calls, and but you kept showing up, and that's why I give you so much credit all the time, because you just kept showing up. And now, when these guys hear you in a few minutes, they're gonna be like, "Wow!" But it wasn't like that, 2 years ago, right? Tell us, like, what was probably the biggest challenge, and how did you overcome it to get so good on the phones?
And I'm writing all these cool notes down because it's really imperative, and empower everyone in the audience to write this down too. But my biggest challenge was just knowing what to say and how to say it. I've never really been in sales ever, except working in the restaurant industry, trying to upsell food items, drink items, and all that. But we didn't get past do you want XYZ from the basics level. So the biggest challenge was even the greeting, knowing what to say and how to say it. I would find myself 98% of the time just fumbling my words, and just not knowing how to convey my message out. And whenever somebody did actually said yes, yeah, we're looking, there are people out there, yeah, we're interviewing today, we're having people line up at 2, and I was like, okay, what do I do next? What's the next step? What am I supposed to ask? So and actually, when people do say yes, come by 2 or 3, which and I've had those calls. So you have to know, even right off the bat, after the first 5 seconds, on when you do get a yes, on how to answer those responses.
Well, and that's the key. You have that first 3 to 5 seconds, and then people are making a decision whether they want to continue with you or not. And then coincidentally, I don't know if you know this about me or not. I think you do. Is I started my business working for sale by owners. like it was the first call I ever made in real estate was to for sale by owners. Even before I called all the people I knew, like all the people in my database. My first day in the office, they gave us a script and we brought the newspapers in and we started calling all the for sale by owners in the real estate section. So I literally chopped it up and I built a business on for sale by owners, and they're making a decision, Armando, right away. Like as soon as you call, as soon as you start talking, they're making a decision. Do I want to continue talking to this person or not?
Yeah, no, I like that last part where everything you said, but the last part is that confidence in that other person, right? When I was a healthcare professional for at least 15 plus years, walking into a patient's room, even, me, if I was a patient and I'm working with someone's working with me, I want to feel that they're confident in knowing what they're doing, right? And, they're handling my body in ways that may or may not hurt. So I trust anyone. And whenever I do call, that's the goal, is to sound confident. And even if there's a question out there that I don't know, I'm confident I can find them the answer. I'm the person that with all the resources.
Yeah.
I'm the best one for the job. So yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just making some notes here, but yeah, I mean that's the key. So let's just jump into it, man. Let's do a role play, and then we'll break it down. And just before we do that, I mean, how many properties are you listing? What are you averaging monthly for listings?
Man, it's last 6 months, it was like 4 to 6 a month, man. Like that was the average. And my biggest month was in December of last year, towards the end of the year, when everyone said, I was told, oh, save your money and it's going to be slow. Yeah. I was, picking up my phone. I was calling 10 times more people, and I listed and sold 5 in December. So yeah.
I remember you had a really strong start to the year, and that's awesome. By the way, I just want to let people know we do a webinar every Thursday, and you can join us on our webinar. It's davidsfreewebinar.com. So if you're listening on any of the platforms or Clubhouse, davidsfreewebinar.com. You can join us live every Wednesday. We always have a special guest. We always have a topic that's going to help move your business forward. So just make sure you write that down, David's Free Webinar. All right, so let's go into a scenario, Armando. You're going to give me a call, and who do you want me to be? And tell me what level, so we can teach people how to role play. Like what level of difficulty should I be?
In the beginning, you want to at least, be a 1 to 3.
Okay.
Okay. And I know, I can handle whatever level from 10 to 15 out of 10. I've heard it all. Well, I heard most of it.
Yeah.
But
well, we'll give them an example of a 1 to 3, and then we'll jump into an example of a a 7 or an 8. Like a 10 usually is like doesn't end well typically, right? But and that's part of the game, right? Like because you can't get them all. You don't get them all,
right?
But you can take some 8s and maybe even a 9 and convert them. But that's a different level. That's a different skill level.
Yeah, it's about mindset.
Yeah. All right, cool. So who am I? What kind of a seller?
Let's do FSBO. First day or first 3 days on, put in
just FSBO. Listed it. Yeah. So I'm friendly right now. I just listed it, right? I'm like, okay, yeah, realtors, bring me your buyers, right? And okay, cool.
Let's go.
All right.
All right. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi. My name is Armando. I'm a realtor calling about that property 123 Main. Just so I'm not wasting your time. Is it still available?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a buyer?
Awesome. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm a listing specialist in this area. So purpose of my call, sir, to see how open-minded you are to working with an agent to help you get it sold.
Well, we just listed it ourselves. So we're gonna, we're trying to sell it ourselves right now before we that's our goal. We do have an open house actually coming up this weekend.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I did see it one day on the FSBO for sale by owner market. Okay. Open house. When's the open house? Is it this weekend?
Yeah, Sunday. We're going to be doing from 12 to 5 on Sunday. I think we've got a shorter one on Saturday, maybe 2 to 5. Yeah, it's exciting. So, I mean, but we are paying realtors. So if you have any clients, we're offering a 1%.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, David. I
Yes.
totally agree with you. It's very exciting selling your home. I'm checking out the photos right now. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And I'm with you on the whole open house, the experience, and looking for you to make a move. And just curious, I had to ask, and I, what's causing you to sell yourself instead of working with an agent?
Well, yeah, I mean, we feel like I'm in sales. My wife is also in sales, and
Okay.
so we feel like we can, throw it out there. We know inventory is low right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we just figured we give it a shot, and we're pretty confident. So exciting. We're getting a lot of calls. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I love that. Husband and wife duo, both in sales. You know the game probably better than I do, really, but you're with me on that. So, okay, and you are correct on the inventory right now. It's super low. So I see you're asking 650 for the property.
Yes.
What if there's a way to get that 650? I mean, I don't know you said, what's causing you to sell yourself. Are there many reasons? What's the main reason
Well, yeah,
for
like
you?
I mentioned, my wife and I are salespeople, so we feel like we can sell it.
Okay.
Obviously, obviously if we sell it ourselves, we don't have to pay, for the 5% of 650. That's a lot of
Uh,
money. It's over $30,000.
oh my gosh. Yeah,
So
I
I mean, the last agent we talked to, they wanted 5. There was another one that wanted 6. That just seems like a lot of money.
it is. I'm with you, David. It all racks up there. You have the brokerage fees, escrow, prorated taxes, title, all that. I mean, they all add up. Well, what if there's a way that I could get you that 650 even after paying my commission, my brokerage fee? Would that be something that you want to know more about?
I mean, how would you do that?
Well, sir, that's a great question, and I'm open to at least showing you what I've done to sell 125 Main and 128 Main. And I do have experience with working with homeowners just like yourself in all types of industries that try to, sell the properties themselves, and they go for it for a week, 2 weeks, maybe sometimes a month. And I follow them, and I, help them out a little bit. But at the end of the day, we get together, and I've shown them what I've done, and end
Mm.
up making them more money than they would on their
Well,
own.
you know what? Why don't you do this? Like I said, we have an open house this weekend. We already planned it out. We ran the ads.
Mhm.
Why don't you give me a call back on Monday? And if we don't, I mean, well, yeah, listen, if you can get us what we want after the commission, then yeah, I mean, why would we not? But let us see what happened this weekend since we already started everything, and give us a call
Okay.
back next week.
Got it. Yeah, for sure. And hey, how about a swing by on Saturday, towards the end of the open, and see, where, the whole outcome, and kind of maybe give you some tips, and maybe if you want to get started earlier, we can get started maybe about on Sunday. We, get it signed up and get it started on Monday. How about that?
Well, I mean, I think right now I'm probably just going to, like I said, I think we're going to get through our 2 open houses. But if you want to stop by on Sunday, I mean, you're welcome to do that if you want.
Got it. Yeah, no, I'll definitely be there to
Okay.
check it out, and of course, check out your beautiful home. And so, just curious, what's causing y'all to sell? Where y'all headed?
Yeah. Well, listen, man, I appreciate the time. I got to get going. I'm on my lunch break right now. And, I just
Oh,
took
okay.
like, yeah. So,
Got
I'll
it.
talk to you about that on Sunday when I see you. And
Okay.
yeah, we'll go from there. All right. Appreciate it.
Excellent. See you then.
All right. Thanks. All right.
You're welcome.
So good, good job. I mean, like I said, like we said, a 1 to 3, that's a pretty typical call, right? Like they
Mhm.
just started, they're open, they're talkative. What are your thoughts? Is that pretty typical?
Yeah, that's like, 70, like 60% to 80% of the calls, right? Who are less than a week or 5 days. I call them, I mean, I just load up the list, and it could be an hour in, it could be 100 days in, you know, um, but yeah, that's typically even if it's been a little bit longer, they say call me back in a couple months. So, but yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of what.
So the next step, Armando, is you call them. So let's go to the next step now, which is you call them either show up Sunday or you call Monday. All right.
Okay.
So call number 2 now.
Call number 2, follow up.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and if you know, you can. It's up to you whether you show up Sunday or not. Like me, I usually didn't show up on Sunday. I
Mhm.
would just tell them, "Oh my gosh, I was planning to show up, but I got so busy with my own clients, I couldn't pop by." And I
Yeah,
just call them Monday morning because if you know what I mean, I like to
sure.
keep my Sundays, but that's just how I approach it. I know some realtors would stop by. So however you want to approach it, but let's just do the Monday call.
Got it. Okay, ring ring.
Hello.
Hey, David, it's Armando again, realtor, calling about the property at 123 Main. I came by on Sunday around 4.
Yeah. No, it was nice to meet you, Armando. Appreciated meeting you. And yeah, sorry I was really busy with all those buyers. I mean, we're thinking we're gonna get 3 or 4 offers. So sorry I couldn't talk to you.
Yeah. Hey, no worries. I mean, you're there to sell the property at the end of the day, right?
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
yeah. Well, the purpose of my call is just to see how it went and if you were able to talk to you and your wife. And I know we talked a little bit, just a tinge about what I do. However, just to see what y'all, discussed, and maybe we can meet sometime today around 4.
Well, I appreciate your persistence, but like I mentioned, I mean, we're expecting. We haven't got anything yet, but we're expecting multiple offers. So
Oh,
definitely want
wow.
to see what happens with those offers first
Okay.
before we do anything. So I don't know. Maybe try me back. I'm hoping we'll have the offers in hand by like Friday.
Huh. Okay.
So if you want to give me the week and see if we can get these offers together.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely can. I'll schedule, another call at that time. Just curious, David. How many, I guess, said multiple offers that you said you're about to get in sometime between now and Friday?
Well, there's a couple of people that showed up, said they were interested, and one's going to come back with their uncle. Another one I think said they had a realtor they wanted to bring back.
Okay.
So yeah, we're just gonna wait and see what happens before we hire anybody. Because I know
Sure.
you're just trying to get the listing, right?
Well, I'm not just trying to get it. I'm trying to help you achieve your real estate goals and make you the most money at the end of the day. And
Okay, fair enough.
anyone could list a property. I'm in the business of actually getting it sold.
Got it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think this house is gonna sell. Obviously, you saw all the traffic we had,
Sure.
and so for us, it's just like, but we do want to get the most money, so that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I agree with you 100%. Great. It'll definitely get sold. I definitely agree with you. However, what would you want? Maybe 2 or 3, set offers or verbal offers, or multiple offers that could land in actually an offer contract on getting it listed with me to get it more exposure.
I mean, right now, I think I just want to wait and see what happens with these, and then if that doesn't pan out, then yeah, I appreciate you called multiple times. You showed up like you said you would. I definitely
Right.
would talk to you if I think I want to get through this process first. So if
Okay.
you want to try me back, maybe the end of the week, we'll see where we're at.
Okay. Got
That
it.
sound
And
fair?
yeah, that sounds fair. And just curious, David. No, and I definitely, Friday is a great day. I love Friday. Friday is my favorite part of the day. I'm in love with that. So just curious, Dave, what would happen between even this past weekend and today and Friday? And we have the buyers who are, would have came by and took a look at the property and on my listings, that I would throw it out to millions of people. And that's how my listings go. And it gets
Yeah.
missed by those multiple set offers that could definitely land into an offer contracts. What would happen then? How would you feel? How would that make you feel, David?
Well, again, I don't know how I would feel, but at this point, I do want to stick to my, the plan and
Yeah,
see what happens. And then if it doesn't pan out, then we
sure.
can look at another option down the road.
Got it.
So,
Not Yeah, because they're right now, David, it's we're getting multiple showings that lead into multiple offers right now. And I would hate, one of those groups, or, a handful of those groups, to miss out on this listing.
yeah.
And just curious, what's caused you all to make a move? Where you headed?
Well, Armando, I really have to go, man. I gotta get going, but we are moving to Florida.
Florida, I love
Yeah,
Florida.
we're going down to Florida. So I appreciate the call.
We talking
And
Miami or we're talking the panhandle of Florida?
yeah, right now we're looking at probably more the Miami area.
I love Miami. Wow. What's
Yeah.
taking you out to Miami besides the
Well,
beaches and
yeah,
the
just we got some stuff out there, family stuff. But listen, like I said, I got to get going. So why don't you try me back the end of the week and we'll go from there. All right.
got it. No, I definitely will give you a call back, say Thursday and then definitely Friday. So for sure.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, cool. So I mean, you're really pushing hard, bro. Why are you pushing so? Tell us why. Why are you pushing so hard?
Well, actually, that's probably half of what I do because
Yeah.
like
Okay.
I would have tried. I would have asked another two more questions, even after you said, "Hey, we got to go." But then
I mean, I love
uh,
it. It's playing to win, right?
yeah, and
Good.
like you said, not one thing kills the deal. So, I genuinely want to know. I am fact finding at this point. It's kind of what we talk about, right? And understanding one side of the transaction to get to the other, right? So
Yeah.
sense of urgency has a lot to do with it. I put that in your lap and say, hey, right now, what if a group of buyers, some folks coming in from the west, midwest, or wherever that could definitely have seen came in when I listed it, and then kind of give that FOMO feel, right?
Yeah.
That nobody wants to feel, even if thousands of dollars are involved. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and that's happened. Like that has happened. I've worked with for sale by owners, and like I listed a bunch, and then those bunches, like multiple showings, like literally lines out the door.
Mm.
When I would come in to multiple times, they would shut me down, and they had one person come in out of the month or maybe 3 weeks since I've been following with them. And then when I took it, like literally I had to like schedule 2 3 showings at a time. you
Got
know
it. So let's do this because I want to go to, like, in my opinion. I love that you kept pushing. It's a follow up game, though, right? In reality, it's a follow up game. So, you said you were going to call back Friday, but when would you probably have called back?
oh, Thursday for sure, or even
Yeah,
Wednesday.
yeah, yeah, right.
Wednesday, Thursday. I'm calling this one guy, he's an expired. I'm calling him 3 times a day.
Yeah, 3 times a day. Wow, that's a lot.
Morning,
Okay,
early afternoon, at the end of the day, Friday, like after 5 or 6. No, he's a super
okay,
nice guy. He's like, hey, I'm busy. Like he's a construction guy.
yeah,
Like, I get it. So
okay. But you're playing to win here. You're not playing not to lose. Which is what I love about you. Like you said it. No one thing kills a deal. So, you have nothing. What's the worst case scenario? Right? You're even. At the same time with these FISBOs, there is a follow up element to it,
mhm.
with some of them. So you want to feel them out, and I was cool with it, but I'm sure when there's like this place where, okay, now it's getting a little bit too much. Do you how do you know that place?
um, when I do like to tiptoe that line, and I felt it. I was tiptoeing that line when I asked that second question after the Miami question, or when you go
Mm,
to Miami, and then you kind of stopped, you hesitated, and then you answered the second question. When you hesitated, I kind of felt okay. Like I'm that line is already there. I need to just back off,
mm.
like, and it's you have to be in the calls to experience that, um, and just a little bit. I mean, and tonality has to be there, and the type of, I guess, the type of words that I say, are very hopefully approachable, or approachable sounding, or nice, but
Yeah. Well,
hey,
you
this is
do a
why.
ton of agreement.
Yeah, agreement.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, you do a ton of agreement. You're agreeing with me. You're repeating back for people listening to. Those are really strong attributes of what makes you successful on these calls. Because when you agree with people, it's hard for them to get to argue with you or get combative, right? Like, because when what happens is a lot of realtors, we get combative with people, and then next thing you know, they put up a wall, and we can't get anywhere with them. So let's do another one, because I've got to actually I'm gonna head to the airport. I got to pretty soon. I got to actually leave and start heading to the airport. So let's do a level 7, if that's okay, like a level 7 expired. Is that okay? Or 7 or 8?
Sure. Level 7 expired, high D.
Yeah, high D, just like me. Perfect. All right, so let's roll.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, this is Armando, local realtor. Call about the property at 123 Main.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right now. We've already had like 30 calls today from real estate
Oh my
agents.
gosh, 30? There's over 40,000 of us in Houston here. Well, reason for my call, sir. I saw that came off the market. Are you still trying to get that property sold?
We're not right now. No, we're gonna take a break. So we're telling every realtor, call us back in like maybe like the end of June,
Got
maybe
it.
July.
Taking a break, end of June, renting is down. Okay, because you looks like you're trying to get 500,000 for it. If 500,000 showed up on your doorstep today or tomorrow, would you still not sell, or would you consider selling again?
Yeah, I mean, if we had a buyer, of course we would sell. Do you have somebody?
Oh my gosh, David, today's your lucky day. I'm a listing specialist. His reason for my call is to help you get that $500,000 or more.
Well, we already tried that. I mean, we already had it listed with someone, and now we got all these realtors calling us, telling us they can get buyers. So
I know.
where were you realtors when the house was on the market? All of a sudden, everybody's got a buyer now.
Right. And that's the thing. Listing it with me, I get it out to millions of people. So, I mean, if it's okay with you, I'd love to just come by, take a look. I mean, I don't know if it's for you. I just see what I can do to help, and see what I can do to get this property sold for you.
Yeah, I not right now. I think if you try me back in June or so, we probably will. We're going to be interviewing some agents as we get closer through the summer.
Yeah, and I could definitely give you a call back. And if the house would have sold, David, where would you have gone to?
Yeah, I mean, we have another property out in the Carolinas, but I mean that's not important right now. But if you want to add me to your follow up list, that's fine.
Okay, so what do you think happened that didn't cause the property not to sell?
What do I think happened?
Yeah, what do you think caused the property not to sell?
I don't know. I think realtors are just lazy. That's what happened. I think they just lazy, and most of them are order takers.
Order takers. Yeah, I'm with you. Oh my gosh. And a lot of us are. I mean, they are, but we're not all cut from the same cloth here, David. So what if there's a way to find someone who's not lazy, who actually does what they do, and lay out a real plan, okay, to get you that 500,000, to get to the Carolinas like you wanted to? I saw it was on the market for over 90 days. I could definitely come by, take a look, less than 15 minutes, show you what I've done, and we can get started right away.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, like I said, I've had a lot of realtors call me. I'm a little skeptical now. We had a lot of showings. We got nothing. And now all of a sudden everybody's got the plan. Everybody's got the buyer.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, I think, why don't you try me back? I like your persistence at least. Try me back.
Oh, for sure. And when you said you don't know and you're skeptical, what are those concerns? What are you skeptical about?
Well, I'm skeptical we're going to waste more time, put the house back on the market, have people coming through, interrupting my day, my wife, my kids, tramping through my house, all the rest of the craziness that comes with this. So that's what I'm skeptical about.
Got it. Okay. So wasting more time. I definitely understand the showings and the, family getting in and out of the property. What else is there, David? Your concerns?
That's it right now. I mean, I don't think we have anything else to really talk about.
Okay. Well, what if I was able to cover these two major things? And of course, some others may come up. Wasting the time. I'm with you. We're not here to keep, homes on the market. We're here to sell it.
Yeah.
And then definitely the scheduling of your personal life with your family and then the public coming inside your property. Yeah. So what if I was able to cover that and at the same time bring this property back to life and pull in those, possible multiple offers to get you that $500,000 or more.
I don't know, man. You'd have to do that without listing the house somehow, and I don't see that happening. My wife she just doesn't want to deal with it anymore right now.
Oh my
I
God.
actually had somebody come in and bring actually dog crap in our kitchen. Last week. It's just
Oh
it's
no.
just yeah. So it's just the whole thing's been a mess.
God,
So
I
yeah,
can
I
only
think
imagine.
So I'd have to get her on board. So just like I said, if you want to try me back next week, I'll talk to her. For me, I would sell if somebody had a buyer. I just think we need a break at this point.
Right. And I definitely respect and understand getting a break, because what you've been through, I've empathized that frustration and the damages on your property. It's a beautiful home. So I can't imagine someone coming into my home, trampling on around and throwing stuff around like that. So I could definitely give you your time. Is there a number I can at least reach out, maybe Wednesday or Friday of next week, to see, how you guys feel and giving you that time off? And
Yeah,
then,
just try me back. I mean,
okay,
if you want to try me back, and I'll let you know.
got it. Okay. And if the house would have sold, David, I know you said June, June, or maybe even next week, who knows? And the house would have sold, getting to the Carolinas, what would that ultimately do for you and your family at the end of the day?
Um, yeah, yeah, I have a business out there, and we do want to get out there. So,
Okay.
um, you know, I'm looking at the chat, by the way. Take a look at the chat, um, Armando,
Okay.
and there's yeah, I don't know. I think what it would do is make things easier for us, but we just don't want to deal anymore with this. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think right now we just need a break. I
Yeah.
think we're looking at coming back on the market in probably June or July.
Okay, June, July. Yep. And if we were able to get you that business to the Carolinas, to, I don't know, open up a business or transfer your business over to that, um, how would that ultimately improve you and your family's life, or the status of that?
Yeah, I mean, it would be helpful, but like I said, right now my wife has checked out. She's
Mhm.
excited that the house is off the market.
Yeah.
So there's not much I can do without talking to her.
And I definitely agree. I understand checking out. I've been there myself with other things. So I'll just give you a call. How about Monday afternoon, just to see where everyone's at? And then maybe we can at least have a meeting. No obligation. I won't even bring the listing agreement. We'll just talk, right? We'll just talk and see where everyone's headspace is at. Because I definitely understand where she's feeling on that part. How does that sound there, David?
Yeah, you can definitely call me back on Monday. I'll talk to her and see what she says. I appreciate all the questions.
Yep, you're welcome, David. Well, you have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll talk soon.
All right, thanks. Bye. All right. Good job, man. And again, it's like, and I think it's interesting for people listening. They'll be like, wow, well, we didn't really get any appointments, but you did, because this is a follow-up game. Most times it takes 2, 3, 5, 12, 15 calls for people listening. So I think you had good rapport. You got more out of me than I wanted to give you. You kept asking questions in both scenarios, and now the next step is you have another conversation.
Yep. Yeah. And I've learned, I'm always, if it's not a listing appointment, I'm making an appointment to at least call back, email back. They're going to get something from me, whether it's a text, email, I don't know, that they want me to send me, drop in my business card, a touch point.
I'm just wondering if you would have asked, like, would you like to have the house sold in June, or would you like to be starting in June? Like,
Yeah.
what would be better for you and your wife? Would you prefer to have it sold where you're actually moving in June, or do you want to start the process again in June?
Right. No, I like that question. I wasn't thinking of that, because I was thinking start back up in June,
Yeah.
but that's a good question to at least, because it's going to take a little more time to get
Well, it
it
gets
sold.
them thinking, because if they're thinking June, right? Well, then now they're like, okay, well, July, August, really probably not going to sell the house till September, to be honest with you.
Right.
Right. So just trying to get them thinking, but no, I think you did really, really good, man. Now as you know, I have a flight. I gotta start getting ready for my trip to the airport. So give us a couple, a couple closing thoughts. Why do how'd you get good at asking those questions? Why do you keep asking questions where most people would just give up? I think most people would have checked out on that call, 5 questions ago. What caused you to keep asking questions?
Because I really generally want to get to know their situation. I've been learning to put the listing away, right? And just to get to know them, because if I don't know, and I'm asking questions that aren't relevant to what their needs match up to, if that makes sense. So if I'm trying to get A, B, and C, and they're on S, T, and V section, they're on the other side of the alphabet, I'm just totally missing the boat. And that was the issue I was having in these beginning of the calls, right? To understand, okay, why, they're looking to sell, what's causing, all of those things. So I have in my blueprint on how I would approach this listing.
Well, listen, here's what we're going to do. I appreciate your time today. I want to do a round 2 with you because I think we can go a lot deeper on this. And I think it was nice to introduce you to our audience. And then we'll schedule a round 2 as well to go a little deeper because, as you know, I have to start packing to get to the airport. Yeah. So you want to just let people know the best way to get in touch with you, Armando?
Yeah, thanks. And thanks for having me on. It's been, let's do round 2. Yep. You can find me in my Instagram. Armando Sells Houston, Texas, and it's in my profile. You can send me a message, 281-455-8412, Central Houston, but I work out of anywhere surrounding parts. So just let me know.
Awesome, man. And look forward to having you on again, man. You crushed it today. By the way, every Thursday, we do a live webinar. You can join us live on Zoom at davidsfreewebinar.com. That's how you access it, David's Free Webinar. And for you real estate agents that want to learn to do what Armando just did, we have a university. You can try us out for 7 days for $7. Just go to try, the words try.realestateu.club. That's it, try.realestateu.club. You can join us for 7 days for $7, and you can be in the conversations with us. Armando, brother, appreciate you again. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you.